Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw Pikachu. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the head. To draw the circle, first make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video to draw at your own pace. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. Draw a vertical line across the circle. This is a construction guide that will help you place the facial features later on. Now draw a horizontal line for another construction guide. On the top left side of the head, draw a vertical line as a guide for the first ear. On the top right side of the head, draw a horizontal line as a guide for the other ear. Below the head, make a small mark to indicate the lower edge of the body. Pay attention to the distance between this mark and the head. Extend the sides of the mark so that it becomes a longer horizontal line. Connect the horizontal line to the head using curved vertical lines to finish the guide for the body. The size of the body should be slightly smaller than the head. Inside the body, near the top, draw two short curved lines as guides for the arms. Draw these guides close to the sides of the body. Each guide should be similar to the letter U. Under the body, draw two short horizontal lines as guides for the feet. The inner tips of the feet should angle up toward the body. On the left side of the body, draw a short angled line for the first part of the guide for the tail. This angled line should be similar to the letter Z. On top of that, draw a vertical line for the middle part of the guide for the tail. At the very top, draw a curved horizontal line to finish the guide for the tail. Pay attention to the length of this horizontal line in relation to the head. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, on top of the horizontal construction guide, lightly sketch two small circles for the eyes. Place the circles on either side of the vertical construction guide. Pay attention to the size of the circles in relation to the head. When you get the size and position of the eyes right, darken the shapes. Don't draw the eyes too close to the edges of the head. Inside the eyes, draw tiny circles for highlights. Draw the highlight circles close to the inner edges of the eyes. Draw a tiny triangle for the nose where the construction guides intersect. Shade in the triangle for the nose. Under the nose, draw a short angled line for the mouth. This line should be similar to a wide letter W. Sketch lightly at first and only darken the line when you get the shape right. Use the vertical line on top of the head as a guide to draw the first ear. Lightly sketch the shape of the ear around the guideline. Use curved vertical lines for the edges of the ear. When you get the shape of the ear right, darken the lines. The shape of the ear should be similar to a long leaf. Use the horizontal line on the right as a guide to draw the other ear the same way. Draw the shape of the ear around the guideline. The base of the ear should be wide and the top should be thin and pointy. Inside each ear, draw a short diagonal line for the markings. Now use the first initial circle as a guide to draw the rest of the head. Darken the top edge of the circle but make the shape more flat. Draw the sides of the head but make the shape thinner than the initial circle. Curve the lines inward so that they're closer to the eyes. Follow the basic path of the circle as you draw the shape of the head. Below the horizontal construction guide, curve the lines outward to create the cheeks. Draw the lines for the cheeks along the path of the initial circle. Don't darken the lower edge of the head. Below the eyes, draw 2 circles for the electric cheeks. Draw these circles directly below the horizontal construction guide. Make these circles slightly bigger than the eyes. Under the head, use the U-shaped line that's on the left side as a guide to draw the first arm. Darken the top part of the guide. Along the bottom, draw a series of tiny V-shaped lines for the fingers. Use the U-shaped line that's on the right side as a guide to draw the other arm the same way. Darken the top part of the guide and then draw a series of small V-shaped lines along the bottom for the fingers. Now use the big shape that's under the head as a guide to draw the rest of the body. Simply darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the body. Curve the bottom edge of the body slightly higher than the initial guide. Darken the lines under the body to create the bottom edges of the feet. Add a short curved line on top of each line to create the top part of the feet. On the tip of each foot, draw 2 short curved lines for the toes. Now darken the angled line on the left side for the first part of the tail. Lightly sketch another long zigzag line under the guide for the bottom edge of the tail. Make the top part of the tail wide and the bottom narrow. When you get the shape of the tail right, darken the line. Pay attention to how this line bends. Near the bottom of the tail, draw short angled lines for the markings. Now go over the final lines with a pen, a marker, or any other type of permanent ink. The next few steps are sped up so that the video won't be too long. Take your time and be careful when you ink your drawing to avoid any accidents. Don't ink the initial guidelines, only the final drawing. When the ink dries, erase all of the guidelines. Now color your drawing. Use yellow for the entire body. Color the eyes and the tips of the ears black. Add a bit of brown to the bottom of each eye. Use light brown for the base of the tail and red for the cheeks. And that's it for Pikachu. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit easydrawingtutorials.com where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. Also subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.